once upon a time there was a poor person who had kept a fast. He had kept roza with his family, but due to his destitution and poverty, he had nothing in his home for iftar, to open his fast. And therefore he thought to himself that चले आज हम बाहर अपने घर से निकलेंगे, तो बाहर जाने के बाद, of course, if I see any person, or I will try and basically look for a job or something in order to make ends meet, and so that my family and I could have something to eat for iftar. तो अपने घर के बाहर जब निकला ये बंदा, and in search for a job, and the entire day he searched and he did not find a job. However, he then went into the market of goldsmiths, and he reached a place where he seen a shopkeeper, one of the goldsmiths. He was placing and scattering pieces of leather all over his shop, and he was throwing into those leather piles of gold and silver. So he approached him and told him that, look brother, if you don't mind, could you borrow me 1 dinar? Could you borrow me 1 dinar? For I am roza, I am fasting, and so is my family fasting. If you borrow me this 1 dinar, I will return it back to you. I need to buy some stuff for my family to open their fast in the evening. So this person turned his face away. अपना मुँह ही घुमा लिया कि मेरे पास तो नहीं है तुम्हें देने के लिए कुछ भी. By him turning his face caused a lot of grief and pain to this person who was a poor man. He began to cry. Tears had flooded in his eyes, and he returned empty-handed. The moment he left the shop, the neighbor of that goldsmith, who was a non-Muslim, he seen this person and he stopped him and he asked him, what is the matter? Why are you crying? Why did you go to my neighbor? He says, well, I have been to your neighbor and I have asked him, requested him to borrow me 1 dinar, ताकि myself and my family, we could open iftar, open our fast in the evening. But he did not borrow me that 1 dinar. He says he has nothing to give me. Therefore I am crying because it's my family that's involved, and I wish to provide some type of iftar for them. Hearing this, the shopkeeper said, well, come to me, come to my shop. Taken him inside his shop, he made him sit, and he gave him 10 dirhams. Allahu Akbar. He gave him 10 dirhams, and he said, this is for you, you can go and open and have a beautiful iftar. Seeing this person made abundance of dua for this person, and he left happily from that shop. During the night, that goldsmith, the owner of that shop who refused to give this poor person any money, जब ये रात को सोया तो ये ख्वाब में देखता है कि the day of judgment has been established, and there is severe thirst. And during that moment he sees a huge palace whose doors are made with rubies. Astonished and amazed by the beauty of this amazing palace, Allahu Akbar, he then shouts out and he says, please, is there anybody that could give me some water to drink? ये प्यास की शिद्दत की वजह से रोने लगा. ये ख्वाब में हो रहा है, in his dream. And then a voice was heard that until yesterday this palace belonged to you, but since you have refused that beggar who had come to you, that poor person who asked you for 1 dinar, and you refused to give him that money, therefore this palace had been transferred to your non-Muslim neighbor, and therefore you have no place in this palace, and there is no water for you to drink for refusing that poor person. When he seen this dream, his eyes had opened, and when he was awakened from his sleep and dream, he was in a very panicking situation. He got up in the morning, he left for his shop. Before opening his shop, he goes to his neighbor and he says, I need some help from you. So this non-Muslim neighbor was like shocked. He says, what happened to you? What help? And how can I be of any assistance to you? So he says that I want the reward and the thawab of the 10 dirhams that you had given that person who came to borrow 1 dirham from me yesterday. If you could give me the reward and the thawab, if you could ask Allah Azza wa Jal to transfer the reward of those 10 dirhams to me as well. Allahu Akbar. Hearing this, that non-Muslim neighbor, he said to him, Ba Khuda, oath by Allah Azza wa Jal, even if you had given me 1,000 or 100,000 dirhams, I would have never ever transferred the thawab and the reward of the 10 dirhams to your account. I would never share the reward with you. So he was astonished and amazed. meaning the Muslim person, and he asked him, but why? Why would you not transfer the reward or ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give me the reward of that 10 dirhams in exchange of 100,000 dirhams? He says it's because the one whose quality is B and it becomes Allahu Akbar, meaning Allah Azza wa Jal has informed me about that palace through which you could not enter yesterday. Allahu Akbar. I had seen the very same palace in my dream, and today I make you gawah and witness that there is none worthy of worship but Allah Azza wa Jal, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam is the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. Dear viewers and listeners of Madani Channel, instantly this person had become a Muslim. He had come into the folds of Islam because of pleasing the heart of a person. Allahu Akbar. He had pleased the heart of a poor person.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.